2025 그리스도 TV 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 8월 8일 금요일 오전 6시 53분입니다. 영어 성경을 읽고 있습니다. 이번 시간은 열왕기상 9장 1절부터 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. And it came to pass when Solomon had finished the building of the house of the Lord, and the king's house, and all Solomon's desire, which he was pleased to do, that the Lord appeared to Solomon the second time, as he had appeared unto him at Gibeon. And he wrote, said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and thy supplication that thou hast made before me. I have hallowed this house which thou hast built to put my name there forever, and mine eyes and mine heart shall be there perpetually. And if thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked in integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded thee, and wilt keep my statutes and my judgments, then I will establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man upon the throne of Israel. What if ye shall at all turn from following me, ye or your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes, which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them? Then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them, and this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight, and Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. And that this house which is high, everyone that passes by it shall be astonished, and shall his and they shall say, why has the Lord done thus unto this land and to this house? And they shall answer, because they forsook the Lord their God, who brought forth their fathers out of the land of Egypt, and have taken hold upon other gods, and have worshipped them and served them. Therefore has the Lord brought upon them all this evil. And it came to pass at the end of 20 years when Solomon had built the two houses, the house of the Lord and the king's house. Now Hiram, the king of Turo, had finished Solomon with cedar trees and fir trees and with gold according to all his desire. Then King Solomon gave Hiram 20 cities in the land of Galilee. And Hiram came out from Turo to see the cities which Solomon had given him, and they praised him not. And he said, what cities these which thou hast given me, my brother? And he called them the land of Kabul unto this day. And Hiram sent to the king 6 score talents of gold, and this is the reason of the levy which King Solomon raised for to build the house of the Lord and his own house, and Milo, and the wall of Jerusalem, and Hazor, and Megiddo, and Gezer. For Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had gone up and taken Gezer, and burnt it with fire, and slain the Canaanites that dwelt in the city, and given it for a present unto his daughter Solomon's wife. And Solomon built Gezer and Beth Horon, the nether, and Baalat, and Tadmor, in the wilderness in the land, and all the cities of store that Solomon had, and the cities for his chariots, and the cities for his horsemen, and that which Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem, and in Lebanon, and in all the land of his dominion. And all the people that we are left of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, which we are not of the children of Israel, their children that we are left after them in the land, whom the children of Israel also we are not able utterly to destroy. Upon those did Solomon levy a tribute of bond service unto this day. But of the children of Israel did Solomon make no bondman, but they were men of war, and his servants, and his princes, and his captains, and the rulers of his chariots, and his horsemen. These were the chief of the officials that we are over Solomon's work, 550, which bear rule over the people that wrote in the work. But Pharaoh's daughter came up out of the city of David unto her house, which Solomon had built for her. Then did he build Miro. And 3 times in a year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offerings upon the altar which he built unto the Lord, and he burnt incense upon the altar that was before the Lord. So he finished the house. And King Solomon made a navy of ships in as she Eshion Gebel, which is beside Erod. Elot on the shore of the Red Sea in the land of Edom. And Hiram sent in the navy his servants, shipmen that had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon. And they came to Ophir and fetched from tens gold 420 talents, and brought it to King Solomon. And when the king of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to probe him with hard questions. And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train with camels that bear spices and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. And Solomon told her all her questions. There was not anything hid from the king which he told her not. And when the king of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom and the house that he had built, and the meat of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, and his cup bearers, and his ascent by which he went up unto the house of the Lord, there was no more spirit in her. And she said to the king, "It was a true report that I heard in mine own land of thy acts and of thy wisdom." How did I believe not the words until I came, and mine eyes had seen it, and behold, the half was not told me. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceeds the fame which I heard. Happy are thy men, happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee, and that I hear thy wisdom. Blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee to set thee on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. Therefore made he the king to do judgment and justice, And she gave the king 120 talents of gold and of spices, a very great store, and precious stones. There came no more such abundance of spices as these which the king of Sheba gave to King Solomon. And so Evi also of Hiram that brought gold from Obil, brought in from Obil great plenty of all mock trees and precious stones. And the king made of the all trees pillars for the house of the Lord and for the king's house, harpers also, and soul trees for singers. There came no such or mock trees. Nor we are seen until this day. And King Solomon gave unto the king of Sheba or her desire whatsoever she asked, beside that which or Solomon gave her of his royal bounty. And so she turned and went to her own country, and she and her servants. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 600 score and 6 talents of gold. Beside that, he had of the merchant the month and of the traffic of the spice merchants and of the kings of Arabia and about the governors of the country. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold. 600 shekels of gold went to one target. And he made 300 shields of beaten gold. 3 pound of gold went to one shield, and the king put them in the house of the poorest of Lebanon. Moreover, the greatest throne of ivory and overlaid it with the best gold. The throne had 6 steps, and the top of the throne was around behind, and there were stays on either side on the place of the seat, and 2 lions stood beside the stage. And the 12 lions stood there on the one side and on the other upon the 6 steps. There we are not like made in any kingdom. And all King Solomon's drinking vessels we are of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold, none were of silver. It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon, for the king had sea or navy of Tashi's with the Navy of Hiram. Once in the 3 years game, the EV of Tashi's bring in gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks. So King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth for riches and for wisdom, and all the also sought to Solomon to hear his wisdom, which God had put in his heart. And they brought every man his present vessels of silver and vessels of gold and garments and armor and spices, horses and mules, rate year by year. And Solomon gathered together chariots and horsemen, and he had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the cities of chariots and with the king at Jerusalem. And the king made silver to be in Jerusalem as stones and cedars made he to be as the sycamore trees that are in the vale of abundance. And Solomon had horses brought out of Egypt, and lion, yarn, the king's merchants received the lion, yarn at a spice. yarn at a price. 열왕기상 10장 29절까지 읽어봤습니다. 다음 11장은 다음 시간에 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 안녕히 계십시오.